What's cracking, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? It's your boy C-Dub, and today we got a double header. First up, in the Inner Geekdom, we got the Golden Mike, Miss Emma Fyffe, taking on the Urban Gladiator, Jay Washington. And in the second match, it's again the lovely Emma Fyffe taking on my favorite, many of your favorites. She came from the Reaction League, Jeannine the Machine. Let's get this thing started.
Shirewolves owe us lunch money. We will be taking it at that event. We work the system, the clock, Harlow. None of these guys can get in front of my destiny. How's it going? Going good. Going good. You've been busy these last few weeks, haven't you? Yeah, you could say that. Yeah. You've been busy. I mean, it's doing commission stuff, right? It never ends. It never ends. All right, well, let's talk about that, shall we? Sure. So we're talking. You're talking about five-way. Yeah. In Inner Geekdom? Yes. Yeah. Five-way match. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. We're gonna do something a little different with that. No. It's gonna be a five-way match, and then the winners of all like it's been done before. Five-way, 4 losers, 1 winner. Yeah. I think you remember that. Yeah. All right. I do. Oh, I do remember that. And so that's why we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna do a tournament. It's gonna be an Inner Geekdom tournament. No. We don't have time to do all of that tournament stuff. We have to get. Let me stop you right there. Yeah. Because I think this might interest you. What the hell is this? You don't even have a name on it? You know what? I think a tournament probably sounds like the better option. I think we could probably squeeze that in. How many players are you thinking? So you think as commish you can make that happen? Yes. I think I can. I can make that work. Yeah. Can you make 16 people work? Well, let me stop you right there. Sure. We're gonna go 16. 16 people sounds fine. Yeah. 16 people sounds fine. Yeah, sounds sure. Well, Inner Geekdom tournament. Yeah, whole tournament. No problems with that? None whatsoever. Okay. You know what? You go ahead and hold on to that because I got some copies of that. Let's see a little bit. Great.
Oh yeah.
Here's the shredder.
Inner Geekdom tournament. Woo!
Winning the first manager ball, the Golden Mike! Right now, you don't look good. What happened back there, man? Then I have to blank out and watch Emma Pike in her favorite fucking category, Harry Potter. How do you think I feel right now? How do you think? I am utterly, ultimately pissed. Do you have any big plans? Are you gonna try to get more people into your faction? What do you do from here? You wanna know what I do from here? Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you my machine. You know her as Jeannine. So, I think my machine has something she would like to offer you.
I'm not going anywhere until you give me an answer to a challenge right now.
Okay, do I hear you right then? You're challenging Emma Fyffe to a movie trivia Schmoedown match.
It's not that hard to understand. I accept.
versus faction. It reminds one of the Montagues and the Capulets from the classic Claire Danes movie.
That's right. Now listen, it was funny. You and Emma Fyffe were sitting at the table during Stacey Howard and RB3's match, and Jeannine the Machine comes out here, and Emma was kind of minding her own business, and the Machine throws down a challenge, and to Emma Fyffe's credit, she just says, yeah, let's do it. And the thing is, Emma Fyffe has been on this road here to where she started at the Schmoedown Spectacular, winning the Manager's Bowl.
Big W for her, conquering a lot of foes that we were rooting against anyway.
One of those foes being Jay Washington.
Don't like it.
There's a lot of beef there because Jay Washington last season tries to recruit Clark Wolf, tries to recruit Rachel Cushing, loses to Mark Andreyko, right? Can't do it. And then Emma not only gets Mark Andreyko, gets the Shire Wolves, and has the Star Wars champion in her faction. Everything is going right for Emma right now, and I think that it is time for the Viper Squad, now adding Marquia to their squad, to really kind of throw some heat towards the Fyffe Club.
Yeah, sure, and that's why Emma Fyffe is the favorite today, but if I'm just looking at this on paper as the uninformed layperson, I'm seeing 1-0 for Emma Fyffe and 1-0 for Jeannine the Machine, so this is going to be an even playing field. It's just going to be who can play to their strengths better. I'm excited to watch this matchup.
I am too, and we're going to get a chance to hear from the competitors, and there's not going to be a lot of nice words. Here we go.
I know what you're thinking. You can spare your comments. Where's the rest of the Fyffe Club? They all wanted to be here. I politely asked them to please hang back. After all, I won the Manager Bowl on my own. That's what kind of set me down this path. Obviously, Andreyko was there, and for that I am extremely grateful. He is the first person who agreed to be part of this faction and set us on the road to victory that we seem to be doing pretty well on.
I remember around this time last year, I told the entire Schmoedown that I was going to put together a faction that would put the league on notice. And we were this close to having it until somebody decided she wanted to get high off white bread and be traitorous. So now I have Stacey, who's out handling Viper business. I've got the Machine, who's going to wreck some hella shop today. And right now, I want to take the pleasure of introducing you to the newest member of the Viper Squad. Ladies and gentlemen, please start clapping in your seats, by your computers, by your cell phones, even your bootleg flat screen TVs for marvelous Marquia McCarty. So, as you see, things are getting a hell of a lot bigger and a whole lot better out here.
Personally, I think that there's a little bit of a grudge held on Jay Washington's part because I scored the Shire Wolves for my faction. He was after Rachel Cushing hardcore. He maybe expressed a little interest in Clark, but Rachel is the one that really, really stings, and I think that there's a little bit of jealousy on Jay's part, quite frankly.
I gave 2 donkey deuces about Emma Fyffe and her little club of goody-goodies. That was until Blondie started running her mouth. It's easy to just lazily cherry-pick some decent players from the league, but a real evil genius knows how to build killing machines from the ground up.
You're going to be out there, you're going to be talking about my goody two-shoes attitude or how I'm so jealous of Jay Washington and how the Viper Squad is here to destroy everybody. But listen, girl, it's way easier to talk smack than to play the game. It's totally different out there under the lights. I've been in big matches, I've been around big matches before, so good luck to you. When those lights are on, it is a totally different ballgame.
2 things you can do about it. Not so golden, Mike. And that's nothing, and deal with it. Damn it.
Look, a lot of the stuff was said.
Oh, dear.
Well, Emma was saying what we all said, and that was the fact that she is calling out the fact that Jay might be a bit jealous of the successes, where Jay is saying, you know, he put together the wrong squad last time, and this is the right squad. He introduced Marquia inside of that introduction right there, and then now we have this heated rivalry between both crews.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to put this lightly as far as Jay Washington as the leader of a faction goes. He's in need of hydration. He could use electrolytes. He's a very thirsty manager, and when you look at Emma Fyffe, she not only is a good competitor, but she also seems to be more in control of what's going on in her faction. Jay's building something right now, and they can take a huge step towards that process with a win over Emma Fyffe here
This
today.
would be huge for Jeannine. She would be 2-0. She took a victory over Bonnie Somerville, who hadn't been back in the ring for a little bit, and then you had Emma, who had beaten Tom,
Jay and Ricky at the same time, so because of that, that victory just gets her that much more in the rankings over Jeannine, but this is a huge victory for either one of these competitors here. They would be 2-0 and find themselves in the top 10 in the singles. That would be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a huge achievement to beat Emma Fyffe, and taking nothing away from Jeannine the Machine. The fact that Bonnie Somerville got the studio address right on the day of her game is enough for her. Jeannine's got a taller test here today. I love you, Bonnie Somerville. See you tonight.
She's not watching us.
Nothing. What's that?
No, it's all right.
Was I just talking?
No, it's all right.
Hey, thanks to our sponsor, Starbucks.
All right, here we go. Now we get into the tail.
I'm drinking today, Christian.
I can tell. Here we go to the tail of the tape. First, you get the Machine. Her strengths are comic book movies. You have 90s movies and talking smack and not liking managers with blonde hair, apparently.
Yeah, she's not a fan of the blonde.
No, and then you get Emma Fyffe, and Emma Fyffe has the strengths of Harry Potter movies, also comic book movies, and stealing people away from Jay Washington.
Emma Fyffe is blonde. She is under attack, as is all of Sweden right now, because Jeannine the Machine is coming. Can she do it? We're about to find out.
All right, so if you're ready, you ready to go?
Yeah, I believe I made it clear that I was ready.
All right, well then it's time for the movie trivia Introducing first, representing the Fyffe Squad, lecturing by urban gladiator Jay Washington and Morris Martina, Jeannine giving us cold eyes here. I mean, angered at us. A lot of anger here as the look. And well, this is what I like about the Fyffe Squad. They come out. They wait. Now Emma said she was going to be by herself, but I'm hearing other things.
You don't think it's just going to be Emma Fyffe emerging through that curtain?
I heard that there was a certain competitor that plead with Emma and said she really wanted to be out with her.
I have no. Who could be? I honestly don't know.
And her opponent, representing the Fyffe Club, with a record of 1 win, no defeats, the Golden Mike, Emma So Emma did actually come out. Emma, you're all by yourself.
Just some extra pork backup.
So the Fyffe Club has really been there for each other, and Rachel Cushing coming out here.
That is a nice show of support. Will the pork be for support or for sustenance during the match? We're about to find out.
I'm about to bite the head off this little pork. Just like Jeannine's about to bite the head off Emma Fyffe.
Packed with protein. I see Jay Washington's Instagram selfies from the gym all the time. He clearly needs 4 grams today.
All right, here we go, guys. So if I can ask the Fyffe Squad to please leave.
Jay going back to 24-hour fitness. Will he take Marquia with him?
I like Jeannine's mug. All right, here we go. Here we go. So, guys, round number 1. How's it going to work, Mark?
In round number 1, the competitors are going to hear 8 questions from 8 different movie categories. Each question is worth 1 point. There is no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round 1. Once we ask the question up here at the answer desk, you have 15 seconds to answer. You are going to hear the countdown from 5 to 1. Please write down your answer, or your best attempt at the answer, on the whiteboard in front of you. When we ask you to reveal your answer, please show the whiteboard to the camera as well as verbalize it into the amplification device provided by Copster.
All right, so if you have all the rules here too, remember the JTE rules, remember the challenge rules, And Emma, are you ready to go?
I'm ready, Christian.
Machine, you ready?
Let's do this.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown! Begins, and your first question comes from the realm of action-adventure. Ladies, here we go. Who played the lead character, Beatrice? That's Beatrice. Tris Pryor in the Divergent films. I believe Beatrice was a name of one of the mice in Cinderella. Tell me I'm wrong. You're wrong. What were their names? No, I'm sorry.
Shailene
Were they
Woodley.
Sleeping Beauty? 5. Okay. 4. Point taken. 3. You're insulting me now. 2.
Repeat the question.
Who played the lead character, Beatrice, Tris Pryor, in the Divergent films? All right, so I know that they were talking mice in one of them. Yes, well, Gus. Either Cinderella. But then there were 3
Shailene
fairy
Woodley.
godmothers, one of whom was Beatrice. 5, 4. That's right, though. 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please, Jeannine and Emma.
Mark, the movie you're thinking of, I think, is Sleeping Beauty, and the answer is Shailene Woodley.
Correct for 1 point, Jeannine.
Don't have it.
Didn't have it. Okay, all right. So now he goes to Emma Fyffe taking the 1 point lead.
So Shailene Woodley at a health food store one time in Los Angeles.
Did you? She's a nice person. I heard she likes to hug.
Did not hug me that
No.
day,
All right.
nor any other day. We go to romantic comedy, and your question is, who plays Dr. Aaron Connors, Amy Schumer's co-lead and romantic interest in Trainwreck?
Someone say that was Tom
She
Dagnino,
was his
like
name.
my own picture.
Yeah, very different plot and theme than, Is it?
5.
It may not be that different.
4.
Can you repeat the question?
Yep, that's your first one.
Emma Fyffe spending JTE rules like she has an black Amex. Your question is, who plays Dr. Aaron Connors, Amy Schumer's co-lead and romantic interest in Trainwreck?
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jeannine?
Bill Hader?
Correct. Emma.
That was the name I could not come up with. I knew it was kind of like, anyway, it was a SNL person I couldn't remember.
All right.
Didn't you do a little bit of voice work for your little friend BB-8?
I believe actually that was Ben Schwartz.
No, Ben Hader. Hader did also.
Oh.
They both did. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Points are flying by
All
the screen.
right, here we go. Next one is dramas. In the film Spotlight, Michael Keaton and Mark Ruffalo worked for which newspaper?
Did you know Michael Keaton and Mark Ruffalo have both played superheroes? Can you name the superheroes they've played? Just thought it'd be a fun.
Mr. Mom.
Did Boston
Technically a
Globe?
superhero. 5,
Is raising kids a superpower?
4. Absolutely.
I say no.
You're a scumbag.
I
2,
say get rid of it.
1, and Emma.
Total guess, the New York Times.
Incorrect. Jeannine.
Yes, Chicago Sun-Times.
Correct. Looking for Boston Globe.
They both got actual
Right
newspapers,
Coast,
though.
Right Coast.
Alrighty, it is 1-1 as we move on to the world of comic book movies. Your question therein: who played reporter Vicky Vale in Tim Burton's 1989 film Batman?
You ever seen
Go with Keaton.
Blankman?
Back to
Kim
I saw
Basinger.
Blankman in the theaters.
It was
David
funny.
Wayans. He had concentrated flatulence. Was a good joke. I remember.
It wasn't funny.
David Allen Greer.
5. I heard him.
I chuckled. 3, 2,
A lot, actually. 1. Pens down, please. And we have Jeannine.
Kim Basinger.
Correct.
Kim Basinger.
Correct.
Is it Basinger? I would give it theater points. I know
They
Basinger.
spelled it right.
No points for anyone.
Stop it. Stop it.
Hit the G.
Next question. All right, here we go. Fantasy sci-fi. Fantasy sci-fi is your next question. Who directed the first Hellboy film?
How would you like it if your nickname was Hellboy? Hey, here comes Hellboy Harloff.
Hellboy. That should be my nickname. It should have been better than Haymaker.
Hey, don't let Hellboy find out about that.
Yeah. 5,
Guillermo del
4,
Toro?
3, 2, 1. Emma?
I don't know who it is, but it was not Guillermo del Toro.
Yes, it was.
It was?
All she had to do.
She does not get the point because she had not.
Damn it.
Jeannine.
Guillermo del Toro.
Had it. Oh, Emma. This is where you didn't want to get clever on that one. Just go with your gut. And Emma just missed it there. All right, here we go. Next one.
All right, our next question comes from the world of animated movies. These are movies that are drawn on paper on a computer. Your question is, what is the name of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's character in Moana? Looks like they both have this one. Both writing this one down. I hope Emma Fyffe does not write MOT.
I learned my lesson, Mark.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Jeannine.
Maui?
Correct. Emma.
Maui.
All right, so Machine's still up by 1 here. 4 to that. Not Del Toro. We have a 1-point lead by Machine.
That'll be my best spin, you know.
I know.
Shout out to John Stephen Roca.
Don't worry, it's not that bad. Here we go. So next question is horror thriller.
Horror thriller is your next category. Your penultimate one in round one. And I'm going to allow Christian to read this question.
Just steal my thunder here. All right, here. Horror thriller.
Go ahead and read one.
Thank you. A cricket bat is used to fight off zombies in which horror comedy?
How'd reading that question feel? Do you think you can do another one?
No, I think you ruined it for me. You heard it.
I set you up.
I was setting it up for you.
No, I teed you up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and Emma.
Shaun of the Dead.
That's correct. Jeannine.
Shaun of the Dead.
Okay. Machine still keeping that lead here. 5-4. Machine up by 1 as we get to our last question.
Yeah, well played round so far. This is a Patreon question. You can check out the Schmoedown Patreon. Thank you to all of our patrons for your support. This Patreon question comes from a loyal Jake Hammer. Thank you, Jake, for all your support of the show. Jake, apparently, his last name is Hammer. You think he likes suspense movies, action, maybe construction movies? He went with comedies. Comedies is your last category from Jake Hammer, and the question is, what movie features the song Scotty Doesn't Know as a running gag throughout the film?
The gags, the crowd seems to be a crowd favorite here.
You know this one or you don't, kind of thing.
5, 4,
Euro trip?
3, 2, 1. Pens down, Emma, and Jeannine.
Euro trip.
That's correct. Emma.
I did not know the answer, but I'd like to take this moment to thank all of the patrons.
That was a very nice thing. So now we get to round number 2.
Just the fact that so many people know Euro Trip.
Yeah, true.
I've never seen the movie. I didn't know it was that popular.
Well, the Machine saw it, and the Machine has a 2-point lead here over the Golden Mike.
That's right. Now,
round number 2.
Emma Fyffe, the favorite here. Jeannine taking an early commanding lead into round 2. In round 2, each competitor is going to get a spin at the Golden Wheel of Justice. Each category on that wheel has 4 questions inside of it. Those questions are each worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you can check the multiple choice, at which point the value of the question will go down to 1. Keep in mind, competitors, there is stealing available in round 2, and I would like to point out that one of our slices is from the Patreon that Emma Fyffe is such a big fan of, and that would be Monster Movies. That is our sponsored slice.
All right, the Machine, you are up by 2. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll let Blondie go first.
Oh, Blondie, go first.
Hair color thrown in the mix.
But it's not really. It's not accurate because it's like blonde pink.
Yeah, there's some pink going on in there too.
Yeah.
I would say salmon mauve, perhaps.
Yeah, it's blonde.
Has anybody ever walked into a salon and said, "I want salmon"?
I mean, walked into a restaurant.
Good spin by Fyffe here.
That's salmon and asparagus.
Before comes around with that one, is it bittersweet?
No, it's not.
It's going to be 2,000.
You're sticking with it or spinning again? One more
Okay,
time.
not a fan of the movie category as far as a decade goes.
So what are we doing here?
Interesting to note. And round the wheel goes. You think she's looking for something that would be in the realm of, I don't know, a Harry Potter? What would have those kind of things in it? Kate Winslet movies it is.
So Kate Winslet is what? Should I go first?
Sure. Why don't you highlight the question?
Sure, absolutely. Kate Winslet. Here we go. Kate Winslet.
All right, Emma Fyffe.
Yes.
In the world of Kate Winslet movies, she's an actress in Hollywood.
Yes, I am aware. Oh, thank you, Rachel. Thank you.
Another
Thank
port
you.
comes out here.
Christian, another port has been added, and that's another port that has escaped Jay Washington's mouth.
Right, all right, here we go.
Emma, your first question to you and your gaggle of porgs.
It's a murder of porgs.
It's a murder?
Yeah. No, like crows. Anyway.
Your question is, besides Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, what other Titanic star appeared in Revolutionary Road?
Can I go multiple choice?
I can provide that for you and your school of porgs. Is it A, Billy Zane, B, Kathy Bates, C, Bill Paxton, or D, Susie Amos?
I'm gonna go with Billy Zane.
Incorrect. Jeannine for the steal.
Bill Paxton?
No point for either one of them. We're looking for Kathy Bates. She'll club your heels if you miss another question.
Question 2.
Question number 2. Who plays the older Michael Berg and Kate Winslet's co-lead in the movie The Reader?
I'm gonna have to go multiple choice.
I got that for you and your flock of porgs. Is it A, Kevin Spacey, B, Ralph Fiennes, C, Patrick Wilson, or D, Jude Law?
I'm gonna say Ray Fiennes.
Give her a point. There you go. She's within one of Jeannine. And your next question, Emma Fyffe? Kate Winslet played the villain, Jeannine Matthews, in this film franchise based off a series of young adult books.
Beautiful Creatures.
That is incorrect. We go to Jeannine.
Divergent.
2 points. Opening up a 3-point lead. She's
I'm singing Emma
touched
Thompson.
the wheel yet. All right, Emma Fyffe.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
All right, Emma Fyffe, your last question to get within a point of Jeannine the Machine. Kate Winslet starred opposite Michael Fassbender in this 2015 biopic.
I'm gonna have to go multiple choice.
I can provide that for you and your pride of porgs. Is it A, The Mountain Between Us, B, Spotlight, C, Steve Jobs, or D, Concussion?
Can you repeat the answers again, please?
Happy to. Is it The Mountain Between Us, Spotlight, Steve Jobs, or Concussion?
I'm gonna go Mountain Between Us. Steve Jobs.
Correct. And Jeannine the Machine, without even gracing the wheel with the faintest of touches, has a 4-point lead.
But look, Emma needs some steals here, and hopefully that she can land on something of strength. But we'll see what happens to Jeannine. Jeannine, go ahead and give it a spin.
Jeannine, no help from a porg spinning this wheel.
Jeannine, if she lands on something, has a good spot to put this game out of condition.
Yeah, this is big for the machine.
The machine is looking solid.
It slows down. Past opponent's choice, it could be rom-coms, Christian.
Rom-coms, which is a strength.
Does she like to fall in
Stay
love and
with it.
laugh?
All right,
She says yes.
This is something she is a strength, as I said. Okay, here we go. All right, Jeannine, you have 4 questions in the world of rom-coms. Your first one. Ryan Reynolds tells his daughter the story of how he met her mother. Which 2008 film?
Definitely maybe.
2 points.
Yeah.
2 points. All right. What was Amelie's occupation in the charming romantic comedy Amelie?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, market clerk, B, nanny, C, salon hairdresser, D, waitress?
Waitress.
That's correct for 1 point. All right.
This is a pretty incredible run Jeannine's on right now.
In the romantic comedy/comedy Dave, who plays the first lady, Ellen Mitchell?
Sigourney Weaver?
Is it Emma Thompson?
No, isn't correct.
Big steal.
Meryl Streep.
Oh, no, Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver.
I totally knew that.
All right, and Jeannine, 2 points here. Because of that miss, there's no chance for a knockout, but here we go. In which film will you find Paul Rudd, a real estate, in search for a male best friend?
I love you, man.
2 points. Oh, boy. Jeannine the Machine having a great 14-5 here. 9-point lead as she gets into round number 3. Mark, how does round number 3 work?
Round number 3 works like this. Each competitor is going to give us 3 numbers that range from 1 to 20. Those numbers correspond to a category up here at our answer desk. Because Jeannine is so far up front, or even with a 1-point lead, she's still got this honor. Jeannine's going to give us her numbers first. Then we'll get the numbers from Emma. Your first question is going to be worth 2 points. Your next question is worth 3 points. Your last question, should we get that far, is worth a big, meaty 5 points. And that will determine the fate here today. Jeannine, without further ado, your numbers, please.
3, 6, and 9.
3, 6, and 9.
Going all, those are what prime numbers? Emma Fyffe.
Let's go 10, 7, and 14.
10, 7, and 14.
One of those is a prime number.
Emma Fyffe has to hit all 3 of these in order to stay in the game here. Jay Washington on his feet hoping for this TKO, but here we go as we get to Oh, some more pugs coming in. Oh, we have. All right. As we get
Emma Fyffe has as many porgs as points right now, Christian. All right.
I do.
It's stating a fact here. Stating a fact here.
Hey, you just went heel on me. I
never go heel.
All right, here we go. So
unless the good people at Coors Light ask me to.
all right, be nice to Emma Fyffe. Here we go. So we have number 10 is what you chose.
Yes.
You chose Matthew McConaughey for your 2-pointer.
Okay.
All right. To stay in the game here, Emma, you need this. Who played Matthew McConaughey's co-lead Rayon in Dallas Buyers?
Jared Leto.
2 points.
Still in the game. The extra porgs clearly supplementing her film knowledge.
That jumps us to her 3-pointer. And her 3-pointer comes in the realm of Sandra Bullock films.
Okay.
Sandra Bullock films. Who plays George Wade, an arrogant billionaire, real estate tycoon in 2 weeks' notice?
2 weeks notice.
Hugh Grant.
5, 4.
Can you repeat the question?
It's the last chance you roll.
Yeah, she has one. Who plays George Wade, an arrogant billionaire real estate tycoon in 2 weeks' notice?
Hugh Grant?
3 points for Emma Fyffe.
She plays her best when she needs to the most. Her back is against the wall this entire round. If she gets this next question right,
Takes the lead.
inexplicably, Jeannine the Machine is now going to have to come to play in round 3 as well.
She takes the lead. All right, so here is your 5-pointer. It is in the realm of Scorsese films. Paul Schrader was the screenwriter of which Martin Scorsese film?
I will repeat the question.
Paul Schrader was the screenwriter of which
Goodfellas.
Martin Scorsese film?
I will say Gangs of New York.
And your winner, highway up
Now he's dancing. Marco in there alongside, and they're just waiting to greet Jeannine, but they're off camera.
I don't know why they're off camera.
I wonder what happened if they were on camera.
They're so happy. Okay, well they did it. Jay finally gets a victory over Emma Fyffe. He's very excited, but there you go.
I don't think this is the end of Emma Fyffe in singles by any stretch of the imagination, but clearly
Emma didn't want to
Jeannine.
play in singles. She was just accepting the challenge because she was up here, and Emma does not stray her from a challenge. She was challenged. She said yes. Emma is managing a very.
She's a great manager of a great faction.
Yeah.
But Jeannine the Machine. I mean, you talk about it's one thing to manage a faction. It's another thing to put a faction on your back, and it seems to be what Jeannine the Machine's MO is, because she is taking the Viper Squad, and as we said in the pregame, elevating them to another level with this victory here today.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen in these post interviews because I'm sure we have a lot of matchups that could potentially happen. Here we go.
What's up, Schmoedown patrons and fans? I am here with Jeannine the Machine, the first place finisher today. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling perfect.
I'm glad you're feeling perfect. Someone else is feeling very excited right now. Jay, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling wonderful. This is beautiful. I'm even going to tolerate standing next to you.
Hey.
We said we were going to do something, and she did it phenomenally. It was beautiful. Jeannine didn't even have to answer a question in the 3rd round. Do you get how dope that is? You wouldn't. But it's so dope. I swear to God.
I definitely would not, because I'm not on that level, and that's okay.
But you know what? I feel like we can rub salt in this wound a little bit more. I feel like just a little bit more.
Let's just make it about Jeannine. Jeannine, let's talk about at what point in the match you felt that you had command over the entire match.
From the beginning.
Okay, just the beginning?
Just the beginning.
That's it, even though you missed the first question.
And?
How many first questions have you missed?
Probably all of them, I'm not quite sure. But I didn't miss any in that free-for-all when I won the whole thing. You haven't had anyone else do that for you, Jay. Anyways, let's make that into
there.
There's a reason you weren't there. Hey, I want to know what's going on with Markia here. Can you tell me, or would...
I will let Markia.
Okay,
I'll let
excellent.
Markia tell you herself.
I would like to hear what she's had.
Marvelous, Markia McCartney.
Marvelous, thank you.
It's been a while. I've watched people on Schmoedown. I watched Schmoedown itself. I watched championships come and go. And I realize it deserves me. Schmoedown deserves Marvelous Marquia McCarty. And in particular, Viper Squad deserved me. You know who else deserves me? Rachel Cushing.
Rachel Cushing.
Also known as the Crusher.
You're challenging her right now.
Rachel, prepare to be crushed. Because you deserve me, baby. You deserve everything that you're about to get. So prepare yourself, but there's no preparation for Marvelous.
Wow. Oh, we're talking singles?
Hey,
What are we talking?
wait,
what are we talking
it's
about
more,
here?
it's more though.
Okay, I want to know more. Thank you, Jay.
I'm about to take on the android. The machine wants to take on the android.
You gotta just put that nail in that coffin on the Fight Club. I get it.
There's more. But you interrupted me. I'm gonna pour salt on this wound so much. Morton salt, ice salt, rock salt.
Oh, shit.
Emma Fyffe, the Inner Geekdom Gauntlet is coming up. And guess what? You get another helping of the Viper Squad in the head of this big snake right here. I'm finna take your ass down so much you can cry a puddle of pouring tears and it won't matter. So at the end of the day, Marvelous Marquia McCarty, Jeannine the Machine, Stacy who's putting in work, and the Urban Gladiator about to shut this thing down. And there's only two things you can do about it. Nothing and deal with it. Damn it!
That's right. I am back with the second place finisher, Emma Fyffe, and Fife Club all together.
Second place finisher. That sounds nice.
That's right.
Too. But you know what? It sounds better than loser, so I appreciate that.
It was a difficult start for you in this part. How are you feeling?
Yeah,
This
you know, honestly, I don't care. I mean, this is the thing. Jeannine played great.
She did play great.
Can't argue against that. She played extremely well, and obviously Jay Washington is very happy, and I think he needs a win. I don't play in this league. I was challenged by her, and so I said, okay, sure, no problem.
So you just did this to not back down from a challenge. Is that
Exactly,
kind of
yeah.
what it's all about?
The Fife Club does not back down from a challenge.
Ooh,
but
speaking of not backing down from a challenge, there's a few challenges that were issued to other people in your club here. Jeannine has challenged Mark.
I never met her, so sure, I'll fight her.
Okay. And we also have Marquia, the newest member of the Viper Squad, challenging you, Rachel.
Yeah, she's never played. Maybe she's marvelous, maybe she's not. But like you said, we take the challenges seriously around here, and it's Inner Geekdom, so I'm on a mission in that league, so sorry, Marquia, it's not gonna happen.
Not going to happen. What's also not going to happen is getting Tylenol after that interview with Jay, which is what I need right now. But here's what I want to know. What is this whole thing with Viper Squad and the Fife Club? Is there jealousy? What is going on? Why do they want you so badly?
I mean, I think it's obvious. Jay Washington was making a big play for Clark Wolf back in the day when it was the Misfits. You remember the Misfits, Brienne?
I try to forget.
And, Rachel Cushing kept saying no, 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 and then I stepped in thanks to the help of Mark Andreyko, who agreed to be a competitor for my league, and, Rachel, along with Clark, just jumped right in there. So, frankly, I manage champions. That's what I do. But if anybody else wants to issue a challenge, I'll always say, sure, why not? If you defeat me, then I know that maybe you're going to be a worthy opponent for one of my players.
Very good. The rivalry continues, and I'm so glad I'm not a part of it. All right, so Mark has accepted a challenge. Rachel has accepted the challenge. Jay challenged you. I'm assuming you're accepting that challenge.
Yeah, what did I say? Fife Club doesn't back down from a challenge. Bring it, Jay.
And she's gonna destroy him. He's all sound and fury, signifying 0.
Signifying 0 is what we like to hear about Jay.
Back to you guys.
I mean, look at that. All that stuff that went down. That was incredible. Look, first of all, let's start with just the machine who cockily calls out the android, Mark Andraco here. Mark Andraco now continuing this faction where we have Andraco now versus the machine. That is very interesting how that's going to go down. I don't know what's going to happen there. And then Jay Washington, the story here is Jay Washington and Marquia. They both know that inner geekdom, that we have that inner geekdom gauntlet happening. Jay Washington challenging Emma Fyffe immediately to a match inside of that inner geekdom. Emma Fyffe accepts it, and then Marquia challenges Rachel Cushing, and Cushing accepts it. So right now we have the Fyffe Club and the Viper Squad going head to head to head. We have so many matches between these factions. Who's going to come out on top?
Yeah, the Marquia Rachel matchup is an interesting one, as is Jay. I don't think he's fully gotten over what happened at the Spectacular last year, but I don't want to bury the headline here. Is that the Jeannine Machine came to play, she came to win, and she had Emma Fyffe on the ropes. Emma Fyffe, a game effort, especially in round 3 when she needed it the most. Jeannine the Machine just too strong in those first 2 rounds, Christian.
Well, there you go. The Machine making a play now for Rookie of the Year here. To her, Ethan Irwin, so many people out here. Jeannine starting out big, 2-0. Comes from being a fan in this league to really showing what she can do. TKO over Emma Fyffe here. This is big, and if she can do it, what's she going to do against Mark Andraco? Looks like he's going to accept. If he accepts the match, then my goodness, what's going to happen there? The android versus the machine. All right, so there we go, guys. That is it. That's the match. First of all, thank you very much for joining. Thank you for being a patron. If you're a patron, and this is true, we both talked about it. At 2,500 patrons, myself and Mark Ellis will finally face each other one-on-one when we get that 2,500. So we'll see what happens there. Make sure that you do that, and then it all goes down. June 2nd, it's going to happen. The Star Wars #1 contender triple threat match. Knapsack, Damon, Scrimshaw, the winner, will play Sam Whitwer at a later date, and then the main event, we just talked about him. Well, you're going to see him live if you're there at the El Portal Theater. The Shirewolves go head-to-head against Team Action, and if Team Action wins, they will get a title shot, and the Shirewolves will be that gateway there. If they cut them off, then the Action will not get a shot. It all goes down. Get your tickets.
So much on the line. Who will Sam Whitwer be looking at? Will Team Action prevail? Will Rachel Cushing have any porgs left? Tomorrow night, you're going to find out. And thank you to everybody out there watching here. Subscribe to Collider Video. Check out the Schmoedown Rundown on Apple Podcasts and the movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page. That's Christian Harloff. I'm Mark Ellis. Would you like to say adieu? Bye.
Division for the #1 contender. Introducing first, he is the Urban Gladiator, Jay Washington! Stacey Howard staying by Jay's side. Wait, Rand has not been Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it was Donald Gleason, and with that, Jay Washington has been eliminated. Oh, what a showing by Jay Washington! Jay Washington!
Jay, I have to say, I'm pretty impressed. You did quite well today.
Pretty impressed?
Yeah.
Why aren't you not shocked that I didn't win? Did you not see the score? Did you not see how I kept up?
Sure.
Were you just as shocked when I beat Robert Meyer Burnett when he was crying? Were you just as shocked that I'm even here to do that, huh?
So you are basically saying that you're absolutely coming back and you're going to personally take people down in the Spectacular in some form or another.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you have that manager's thing with Tom and Jay, and I guess probably now Rick. I was thinking I would like to participate in that match. I know that you love contracts, so I just happen to have one here.
Okay, I mean, everything's signed. You're in.
Winning the first manager ball!
Right now, you don't look good. What happened back there, man? Man, I have to blank out and watch Emma Pike get her favorite fucking category, Harry Potter. How do you think I feel right now? How do you think? I am utterly, ultimately...
Okay, so it's right here. You're
It's not that hard to understand. I accept.
I manage champions. That's what I do. But if anybody else wants to issue a challenge, I'll always say, sure, why not?
I'm pouring salt on this wound so much. Morton salt, ice salt, rock salt. Emma Fyffe, the Inner Geekdom Gauntlet is coming up. And guess what? You get another helping of the Viper Squad in the head of this big snake right here. I'm gonna take your ass down so much you can cry a puddle of pouring tears and it won't matter. To lead all the way up to the Collider Collision, so these series of Inner Geekdom matches. And how about this one? You talk about rivalry. You've got Emma Fyffe, the manager, the creator of the Fyffe Club, going up against the creator and the manager of the Viper Squad, Jay, the Urban Gladiator Washington.
Yeah, Christian, I mean, if you look at this and you're digging through a pile of pudding that you would have in Double Dare, and you're trying to find that red flag that is the contender to Jason Inman, we have two. Which one of these contenders today is going to be that Double Dare red flag? It's covered in pudding and slime and slop.
Well, I don't think there's an easy choice here, because if you look, they've done battle in the singles. If you go back to the Manager Bowl, the Schmoedown Spectacular, Emma Fyffe taking that victory, winning the shot, giving it to Clark Wolf, who came that close in winning the championship, used it very smart. She formed the Shire Wolves, brought the Shire Wolves over, and Jay Washington couldn't do that. So when you look at that, there's a victory over there. But then you look at what Washington has done with his squad. Jeannine just beat Fyffe in the singles league. You've got a new Marquia who's now going up against Rachel Cushing. Stacey Howard is just playing incredible right now. She's 4-1. Jeannine's going up against Draco. There's this just big beef here between the Fyffe Club and the Viper Squad, and it's all going to come to a head right here.
Christian, I'll tell you this, I still think Emma Fyffe is the favorite, because if she gets one of the wheels that is her strength, she can knock Jay out of the water. Jay knows a little bit about a lot of things. I think Emma Fyffe, luck could smile upon her today.
Yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily fair. You look at Jay Washington, he has a victory over the former champion Robert Meyer Burnett, and he also held,
he's loud.
And he also held very, very strong when everyone thought he was going to get annihilated by Rachel Cushing and Inman, and he didn't. He came in third in that fatal five-way, but he fought really hard. Jay Washington has proven. I think Jay Washington's a lot stronger in the Inner Geekdom than
he lifts weights.
No, I'm talking about in this competition. Inner Geekdom, he's better at it than the overall general trivia. But this is something. Jay's dangerous in this competition. There's no doubt about it. But it's going to be a good match. I can't wait to see it. And both of the competitors talked about it. Here we go.
In times of war, two generals are allowed to meet up, to have preparation, and have what's called rules of engagement, to draw the battle lines. And in this situation, that's what I did with Emma Fyffe. We made an agreement, if you will, that there'll be no Vipers, there'll be no club. It'll just be myself and her.
Oh, Jay. I just think that this is a person who really has never gotten over the fact that I beat him in the Manager's Bowl, and no matter what happens today, that's not gonna undo that.
The fact that Emma Fyffe won the Manager Bowl has been festering, eating at my soul day in and day out, watching the Schmoedown, being a part of it, and just remembering that she won, and when she won, she brought on the android, and if for some reason she was able to get two people I couldn't get, do you understand how much that has frustrated me non-stop? This time, this moment, I let it all out.
Honestly, I do want to beat Jay Washington today because I would like to get that loudmouth out of the way so that Rachel Cushing, who we all know is the future Intergeekdom champion, can go on her journey without him constantly screaming in her ear. And you know what, frankly, Jay, if you do emerge victorious today and you and Rachel face off against one another, oh well, at least somebody from the Fyffe Club will take you down.
I am not playing any games no more. I've had to keep talking and begging and pleading to that Hawaiian shirt wearing idiot commissioner about finally having another match, and here I am. So I'm telling you this, there's no more games in the Fyffe. There's no more costumes. There's no more luck. This is said and done, and there's two things you can do about it. Nothing and Avada Kedavra.
I don't care, Jay. This grudge is all in your head. It's against me. There's no rivalry between us because my faction is superior to yours. End of story. The end.
You gotta love Emma.
See, that's what I'm talking about. They really know how to yap in front of a microphone. It's just who can summon more knowledge when it's actually on the desk. What is inside these particular heads?
What's also very interesting is that they came to agreement that you're not going to get the Viper Squad here. You're not going to get the Fyffe Club. It's just going to be one-on-one. Here's the battle, and they're going to get to it. And the other thing I found very interesting, if you saw the beginning of this match, originally it was talked about that at the Collider Collision there was going to be a fatal five-way to determine. That is no longer the case. The ruling was made by Commissioner Thad Williams. Now it's going to be a tournament of all these matches. Now 8 matches throughout those 8 matches. Then they're going to play the winners. It's like a full-on tournament here now for the Intergeekdom leading up to the Collision. The winner will then play Inman. But man, tons of new opportunities for new competitors who didn't think they were going to have a shot at this thing.
Yeah, I mean, I used to hate that Thad Williams was the commissioner. I might be singing a different tune. He's giving a lot of opportunities to a lot of newcomers.
Well, that's why I want to know what was in that envelope that he opened up in the beginning of this thing, because he didn't seem like he wanted to do it, but there's more on that later. All right, I'm ready to get going. How about you?
Well, I want to hear the tail of the tape.
Well, the
because,
tail of the
look,
tape.
you look at Emma Fyffe, you know that she's strong at pork collecting. You look at Jay Washington, you know he's really good at taking selfies of himself sweaty. What are they good at when it comes to the Intergeekdom?
All right, so here we go. Intergeekdom. Emma Fyffe is good at comic book movies, Harry Potter, and pork loving. That's like,
that is adorable. Did you say
Yeah.
pork consumption? Does she know? Does she have a recipe cookbook?
No, she loves pork. She won't eat them, you heathen. And then Jay Washington, DC movies, comic book movies in general, and taking selfies of himself at the gym.
And,
That's correct.
and eating porks. He eats porks as well.
Porks. Okay, so that's it. That is absolutely
Packing a lot of protein.
Okay, I'm ready to get going. How about you?
Oh yeah, look at his shirt.
It's terrible.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. 3 rounds in the Intergeekdom division. Introducing first, representing the Fyffe Club, she is the 2017 Manager Bowl winner, the Golden Knight, Emma Fyffe. Almost like Jesus dressed like the color scheme of the Intergeekdom League here. Do you think that was done on purpose?
I don't know if it was done on purpose. She's blending into the actual set. Maybe she doesn't want Jay Washington to find
Snake on
And a sneak attack.
Yeah, perfect. Sneak attack.
and her opponent with a record of 1 win, 1 defeat in the Intergeekdom division.
We are the business today.
He is
It's finished today.
Like
I'm
the
T&J. I'm the new PB&J.
creator of the Fyffe Club. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ultimate Gladiator, Jay Washington. Created by mostly moves. That's just used to cheers. You gotta wonder how that's good for the fans too. You said move yourself.
So just saying no factions, mono, a loser.
Not even really worried about representing the Viper Club as much as himself.
That's right. In this matchup. Well, that's what he wants to do. He's got some strong competitors in that faction, but what can he do himself here today in Inner Geekdom? Can he go to 2-1? We're going to find out. All right, Mark, what are the rules for round number 1?
In round number 1 of the Inner Geekdom match, the competitors are going to hear 10 questions from 10 different worlds of geekdom. These questions are to the field. As soon as you hear the question asked, you have 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at the correct answer on the whiteboard provided in front of you. We kindly gave you markers to write on those whiteboards so you do not have to use your own blood. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing available in round 1. There's many cute creatures in Star Wars. There is no consumption of any of them during the match here today, Christian.
Yeah, 15 seconds to answer the question. JTE rules and the challenges. Make sure that you use them and pay attention to how many you have and how many you have left. Okay, so Jay, are you ready?
Let's do this.
Emma, you ready?
A reminder that porgs are friends, not food. Let's do it.
And let's get ready to Schmoedown! Alright, here we go. Round number 1, question number 1 in the realm of Star Trek. 1986 saw the release of which number Star Trek film? Which number of the Star Trek films?
There's been like 38, I believe. My last count. Robert Meyer Burnett would know. They would know.
5.
Star Trek 4.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jay.
Star Trek Refcon.
That's incorrect.
I don't remember Replicon.
The second one's wrong. It was number 4, which is The Voyage Home.
The one with the whales!
Hi,
I
Mark.
did like that one as a kid.
one with the
Mostly because I liked whales.
Don't eat whales either. Your next category is Lord of the Rings. Based on the novel series. Your question is, Denethor is seen to be holding what in his lap when Gandalf and Pippin come to see him in The Return of the King?
You ever seen A Return of a King? I saw it for the first time on a plane, and as we were landing, I had to turn it off right before the ending. Oh, well, heartbreaking. All 5 endings. 5.
A sword.
4. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Emma.
Boromir's horn.
That's correct.
I said Nargil.
Oh, Emma Fyffe going up 1-0 here over Jay Washington.
We also would have accepted a cloven horn.
All right, so Emma is up 1-0. All right, so Emma Fyffe is up 1-0 here as we get to our next question, and that is in the category of the MCU. In the Guardians of the Galaxy films, how does Yondu control his arrow?
You and him are good friends in here.
I like that, Michael.
Good rapport.
I like that, Rooker.
Yeah, it's like shaking his hand in Mallrats.
5.
By
What was
whistling.
that? 4. 3.
The Grody.
2. 1. Pens down, please. Jay.
Whistling and through the fan on his head.
Correct.
I wrote with a laser gun because I had no idea.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's shocking. Okay, wow, I'm shocked that I didn't know it. Okay, so 1-1, tie game here as we get to our next
But
question.
I like that. It's like Rocket Raccoon's a little cat chasing after the little laser.
Exactly.
It'd be adorable. Not accurate at all.
Next question.
From the world of Harry Potter, what animal form does the Patronus take that leads Harry to Gryffindor's sword in the Deathly Hallows Part 1?
Now, if they say...
Yeah.
Let it go?
Yeah. I look at us as fair judges.
5.
And I think the court system could use 2 men like us.
2, 1. Pens down, please. And we're going to... Is it Jay here? Jay. A horse? Incorrect.
A doe?
Correct.
A deer.
Emma Fyffe
A female deer.
Fyffe goes back up 2-1 here on Jay Washington. Next one is from DC movies. Mark Strong played which Green Lantern Corps leader in the 2011 Ryan Reynolds shitbox film?
So, a needle pulling thread.
Keep going.
La, note to follow, so.
Good.
That will bring us back to Dodo.
Sinestro.
3, stop it. 2, 1, pens down, and Emma Fyffe.
I'm going to echo Christian's sentiments and just say, who's even seen that?
Well, let's see if Jay has seen it.
I have, because it's Sinestro.
That's correct. Okay. Look at this. Back and forth we go. 2-2. Next question.
We go to the world of The Hobbit. These are movies made after Lord of the Rings, but they take place before. What is the name of Bilbo Baggins' home in the Shire?
Not Talia Shire.
Me, the name
Come on,
I call myself. Far,
We want people
way to
We want
run.
people to watch this. 5.
I think I got all of them in not in correct order, but
3. Kill me. 2.
Credit.
1, pens down, please, and Jay.
She knows that I don't.
Emma.
I do, it's back end.
Can we get partial correct? Can we give him a half point? It's amazing how we go back and forth here. Next question here. Next question's from the DCEU. I can't see anybody missing this one. Who plays Aquaman in Justice League?
Okay, now it's your turn to be a Von Trapp child.
I want you to stop this.
Okay, two more.
You gotta stop.
Jason Momoa.
4, 3, 2, 1. If either one of you gets it wrong, you're gonna be asked to leave. Emma?
That would be Jason Momoa.
Correct. And Jay?
Jason Momoa played Jason Momoa as Aquaman.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
That is an accurate statement.
There we go.
Tremendous hair on that young man.
I'm gonna say before you read it, I love this next question.
All right, your next question comes from the world of Star Wars. In the galaxy far, far away, what color of lightsabers did Anakin Skywalker use to execute Count Dooku in Revenge of the Sith? Talk about a spoiler alert, am I right?
Too soon.
Well, pick that up again. Talk about a spoiler alert.
5, 4.
Keep your question.
Blue and red.
Okay. What color of lightsabers did Anakin Skywalker use to execute Count Dooku in Revenge of the Sith?
Where's
5 rank in your favorite?
4.
You're already counting. We'll talk.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jay?
Blue and green?
Incorrect.
Red and blue?
No, you
Damn it. I almost wrote and blue.
It was red and blue.
Damn it.
It was red and blue. But
Still 4-3. Fight with a 1-point edge.
You know what? I accept the Jane Fonda ruling on that.
all right, here we go. That was a Jane Fonda ruling. You're absolutely right. But you didn't write it down. All right, so here we go. Marvel. Marvel is your category. Marvel. I like how Emma Fyffe accepted that she didn't follow the rules and didn't get the point and she didn't argue about it. I like that.
Yeah.
Marvel.
Didn't have to have a 20-minute debate about it.
No, and I can sleep easier. Marvel. And because of that, Emma, you can choose another wheel to spin on whenever you...
You know, give her 3 points. Jay will sign off.
All right, here we go. Marvel. Who played Cyclops in 2000's X-Men? You don't like when I say X-Men?
Oh, yeah, you say like it's their last name.
X-Men.
Like, oh, yeah, those are the Williamses and the X-Men.
Yeah, Lewis X-Men.
James
Yeah.
Marsden.
I am Bob X-Men.
Ralph X-Men. And 5, 4, 3.
Can you repeat the question?
Absolutely. Who played Cyclops in 2000's X-Men?
Thank you. See, that was, you put the...
X-Men.
No, do you know what you're doing? Do you know you're missing it? Get off me. You're
5,
you gross
4, armpits
sweating on me.
2, 1, pens down. Emma.
Totally brain dead, could not come up with the name.
Okay, and James Marsden, that's
Marsden.
correct.
I got
It's Washington.
couldn't come up with the last name.
Washington ties it up, and both Washington and Emma have both used one of their JT rules.
That's right, they're flicking the jab as we go on to the last question in round 1, your 10th one, and it comes from the category of mixed bag. And your query is, which actor plays the role of Sulla in Indiana Jones and Gimli in Lord of the Rings? Not a wide swath of geekdom.
No, I'll tell you, it's tied. They've missed a handful. They've gotten a handful. 4-4. Yep, and this is gonna be big going into round 2. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jay
Didn't get it.
Emma.
John Rhys Davies.
Got it. Okay, and look at that. Emma Fyffe goes up. 5-4. As we now...
Cody Collins.
We're getting into round 2. Mark, how does round 2 work?
Round number 2, affectionately known as the wheel round, in which a wheel will decide your fate. Each competitor gets a spin at the wheel. If you don't like the category you spin, you are allowed a mulligan, at which point you must accept whatever the wheel of destiny chooses to give you. Once you settle on a movie category, you will have 5 questions. Again, it's Inner Geekdom. 5 questions are yours to be answered. Each question is worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you can check the multiple choice, at which point the value of the question goes down to 1. Keep in mind, competitors, there is stealing available in round 2.
All right, Emma, you are in the lead here. Do you want to go first or second?
I will go second.
You're going to go second. All right, Jay, you're up there.
Okay.
Here we go.
Jay,
Just a judge, he said. Emma's
Walking over here, he is wearing a classic Chicago Bulls hat.
Now, you know he's looking for DCU or anything in the comic world. That's what he's looking for. He's spinning away from Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter.
Will he be amongst the all-time Bulls greats like Michael Jordan, Jerry Sloan?
He wants to start off strong here, and there's a good strategy by Fyffe to maybe kind of put the pressure on him. Going away,
and we're looking at Star Trek, perhaps, Christian.
DC. It lands on DC. What's he gonna do? This is a kind of a dilemma. It is. Does he want to tempt fate, or does he want to shoot for DC movies?
He did well as far as points are concerned with movies involving DC properties in round one.
Well, he's
going again. He's going again. There's a lot of scary snakes on that wheel.
That might have been fatal, depending on what he lands on.
I mean, this could be a Star Trek. This could be a Harry Potter.
I don't know. I'm questioning that decision. I think Jay Washington, new DC movies.
I think he's hunting maybe a Marvel movie category on.
He might be.
But
he might be.
It doesn't look like it's going to get there, Christian. This could be DC movies all over again.
It's DC movies.
Stuck with it this time.
He's got DC movies anyway, no matter what. So he's got it.
Walking back like that's what he planned the whole time.
All right. Okay, here you go, Jay. DC movies, 5 questions in DC. Who played the mobster Gamble that put the hit out on the Joker in The Dark Knight? Which actor?
Michael Jai White.
Michael Jai White. That's correct. All right. For 2 points.
2 points. Didn't even need multiple choice.
All right. Next question. In Superman 2, what is the name of Zod's second in command, played by Sarah Douglas?
Feora.
Multiple choice. Is it A, Ursa, B, Barda, C, Mera, D, Feora? Feora. Incorrect.
Is it A, Ursa?
That's correct for 1 point. Steal.
Yes. Back to tied. Watch 3 questions left.
All right. Who played the villainous Quentin Turnbull in The Abomination Jonah Hex?
You gotta stop judging movies when
John
you're
Malkovich.
trying to be an impartial arbiter.
I apologize. Multiple choice. A, John Malkovich. B, Clancy Brown. C, Stephen Lang. D, Jonathan Schick.
A.
Stephen Lang. Incorrect.
Can I hear the choices again?
Yes. Is it A, John Malkovich? B, Clancy Brown. C, Stephen Lang. D, Jonathan Schick.
Clancy Brown?
Is that what you said?
He said Stephen Lang.
No, sorry, both wrong. John Malkovich was the answer. John Malkovich. All right. So now question number 4. Who was credited as Superman's biological father, Jor-El, in Superman Returns?
The actor.
The actor. Multiple choice. A, Marlon Brando. B, Anthony Hopkins. C, Liam Neeson.
Marlon
D,
Brando.
Dustin Hoffman.
Brando.
Really struggling here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Liam Neeson. Incorrect.
Marlon Brando.
1 point for Emma Fyffe.
1 point. They brought back Brando's likeness for Superman Returns.
Yes. All right. Okay, here we go. One more. Green Lantern's ring and power batteries are fueled by will. Will is correct. 2 points for Jay. Got that one.
Is that really what powers it? Is good old-fashioned want to?
All right, so Jay now. It was a good strategy by Emma to go second here, because now she is up after 5 questions in round 2 for Jay.
That's right.
She's up.
She's up spinning. Jay Washington up 1 point, but that's not what you want to see your lead dwindle to after you've already gone in round 2. Round and round the wheel goes. She's hunting Harry Potter, maybe Lord of the Rings. Looks like we're getting Star Wars, perhaps, Christian.
Oh, she hit this against Inman, and
She
it did not go her way last time.
What questions do we
I
have?
know, that's the question. She knows Star Wars, but it did not treat her well.
She's seen the movies.
Yeah. What is she going to do?
She's paid money for tickets to see Star Wars.
Got to count you down here in 5, 4.
Spinning away from Star Wars. Okay.
Spinning
A
away.
lot of people up here on this answer desk would not have done the same thing.
Well, no, again, like I said, she did it against Inman. It just didn't go her way, so she probably wants to try something else.
Here we go, looking for maybe I don't think we have a Hobbit
away from Star Wars. Oh, that might be big.
Could be.
Oh, no, and look at Jay Washington.
Look at that.
Look at Jay Washington.
Harry Potter.
my goodness.
This is going to be, Chris, I'm going to call it right now. Jay's going to need to get some sort of crazy steal here in round 2 to have a shot in round 3.
Because Emma, this is her strength.
All right, move to Harry Potter questions. Emma Fyffe, your first question in the world of Mr. Potter. In Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, What number is the vault that the Sorcerer's Stone is kept in?
713.
It would have been funnier if it was 69, but you are correct. 2 points for Emma Fyffe, and she all of a sudden has the lead. Your next question in round 2, Harry Potter movies. What are the objects that are used to store part of a person's soul called in Harry Potter?
Horcruxes.
Wow. 2 more points. Has not broken a sweat yet. All right, Emma. In Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, what precious material are okami eggs made out of?
Can I have multiple choice, please?
Certainly. Is it A, gold, B, silver, C, platinum, or D, bronze?
Believe it is gold.
That is incorrect, Jay Washington, for the steal.
1 bronze.
You had it right there. It was silver. Silver.
So Emma still up by 3 points here as we get to 2 more questions here left in Harry Potter.
All right, Emma, your next question and your penultimate one. In Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, what does Ron tell Draco to eat, but the spell backfires on him?
Slugs.
2 more points. It's a 5-point lead. We're definitely going to a round 3. It's just a question of how much suspense we'll be in, because Emma Fyffe has 1 more question. She can extend this lead to 7. Here's the query. What is the name of the gossipy reporter that appears in the Goblet of Fire?
Rita Skeeter.
It is Rita Skeeter. 15 Washington.
He's in trouble.
They have been felled by a spinner's choice wedge.
Yeah, and look at that. So Jay Washington is on the ropes here going into round number 3.
Would you have spun away from Star Wars knowing what you know now about Emma Fyffe's ability? I think it was the wise move to spin away from that other nerdy galaxy that's way off somewhere else.
Yeah, like I said, she had that against Jason. It didn't go her way, so she tempted fate, and fate was nice.
Blue and red lightsabers against Jay Washington's head.
All right, round 3, Mark. How's it go?
In round 3, each competitor is going to give us a series of numbers that range from 1 to 16. Those numbers correspond to a different category up here on our answer desk from some world of geekdom. Your first question is going to be worth 2 points. Your next question is worth 3 points. Your last question, should we get that far, is worth 5 points. Emma Fyffe is in the lead. Although Jay Washington is the favorite, Emma Fyffe will be giving us her 3 numbers first.
Yes, you're right.
If I can continue, then Jay Washington will give us the numbers.
Right. All right, Emma, go ahead. Give us 3 numbers from 1 to 16.
4, 9, and 13.
All right, Jay, you really need some good numbers here. Jay, what do you got?
He's in a daze.
2, 6, and 14. 2, 6, and 14?
Yeah. 2, 6,
All
and
right.
14.
So, Jay Washington needs at least 2. He needs a 5-pointer for sure, and
he's going to need all the points he can get. I think it's fair to say that. Math is hard.
No, he needs the 5 and the 3.
Math is, whew, boy, after 10th grade, it gets really tough.
Jay, your first one is for number 2. Get out of here, will you?
Say something funny.
Shut up.
I dare you.
No way. Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones. Here you go. In the Indiana Jones series, who said the following quote? I find that if I just sit down, the solution presents itself.
Indy's father?
He's falling asleep. 5, 4, 3. Repeat the question. It's your second one. In the Indiana Jones series, who said the following quote? I find that if I just sit down, the solution presents itself.
Indy's father.
Indiana Jones?
Incorrect. Looking for Indiana Jones' father, Henry Jones Sr. So now Jay Washington is in a position.
At that time,
if Jay misses this 3-pointer, Emma Fyffe will win via TKO over Jay Washington.
Gotta hit the 3-pointer. What
Jay
category did he
Washington
get?
chose number 6. This is going to be nice for him. It's the DCEU.
Okay.
The DCEU. Here you go. Jay, to stay alive. In Justice League, name 2 of the groups that joined the Amazons in foiling Steppenwolf's plans thousands of years ago.
The Lanterns and the Atlanteans.
That is correct.
Okay,
So now,
he has a chance to regain the lead here if he hits this question.
if he gets this, he avoids the TKO and he forces it back to Emma Fyffe, but he's got to hit it. It's number 14. That's villains. That's villains. Okay.
He wants to be a villain.
Yeah.
Posts about all the time.
All right. This is it. In villains. In 1989's Batman, at the museum, Vicky Vale asked the Joker what he wants. What was his initial response?
A song. A song, a dance. Batman's head on a lance.
My face on the $5.
That is correct. That is correct.
Also would have accepted his face on the $1 bill, but he didn't want songs and dances and Batman's heads on lances.
That is correct. All right, so
That's a huge
Jay Washington
yes.
fought his way out of the TKO, and now he forces Emma Fyffe to try to win the game on any one of her questions. If she just hits one question, she wins. Mark, she chose number 4. What did she choose?
Number 4 is your 2-pointer, Emma, and up here it corresponds to a category that may not thrill fans of the Viper Squad or Jay Washington. That would be Lord of the Rings. And your 2-point question is, in Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, who found the ring after Isildur?
Close to lost it.
Smeagol. It was Smeagol and Deagle, eventually Gollum.
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, the Golden Knight, Emma Fyffe does it. She beats the Urban Gladiator. Okay, what do you want to challenge?
Because she said Smeagol at first.
Smeagol is
I know, it's Smeagol and Deagle. They both found it. And then later Smeagol killed Deagle, and then he became Gollum. She said Smeagol initially, and then you had to repeat it. So I'm challenging it.
Challenge
Here's the thing, though,
I
is
know
that
what you're
Smeagol isn't wrong.
It's not, but it's Smeagol and Deagle.
Well, then I would challenge the way the question is worded.
Challenge. All right, here's the challenge. The challenge is on the board.
All right.
All right, we're coming back from the challenge. The challenge on the board was that Emma Fyffe initially she said Smeagol for the answer, and Jay challenged it because she said Smeagol and Deagle. They are not the same person. They are different people. It is Deagle. We're going to award Jay Washington
Deagle got
the
it
challenge.
first.
So it was Deagle. Deagle was a different person. So now Emma Fyffe has to hit her 3. The match still continues.
Okay.
And we get to our second question here, and that is...
All right, Emma Fyffe chose number 9, I believe, for her 3-pointer, and that corresponds to a category that you spun away from in round 2, and that would be Star Wars. Nothing but Star Wars for 3 points and the win. Emma Fyffe, your question. What was Yoda's approximate age when he passed away?
900.
And your winner! Ladies and gentlemen, she's done it for the second time in the match. Emma Fyffe! I got tricky there for a second.
900 years old you reach. You may never find a more competitive match than what we just got. Pretty darn good.
Match, Emma Fyffe takes out the Urban Gladiator. One more victory here for now the Fight Club over the Viper Squad. This battle just keeps on going between these two, and wow, that was intense. It went down to the wire. A challenge. Jay Washington fought. It was on the verge of getting a TKO, getting knocked out, and then he fights back, forces it back, wins his challenge. Jay fought very well.
After he missed a 2-pointer in round 3, I thought, okay, well, it's time to wave the white flag. But Jay, he just kept coming back. You know he's not going to give up. That's where he gets that endurance as he goes to the gym. He builds up the ability to compete hard for all 3 rounds. Emma Fyffe, just too tough today.
Well, now Emma Fyffe goes further in this Inner Geekdom tournament, and now the question starts to pose itself because we got Markia going up against Rachel. Okay, let's say that Rachel wins that match, okay? Then what happens if Rachel and Emma have to face each other down the line?
Then it's going to be a Fight Club spectacular that is not to be missed. I mean, you wonder what the fallout of that matchup is going to be if everybody can still be, but that's a ways down the road.
Who knows?
Rachel's got to get by Marquia
We know
first.
nothing about Marquia. We know nothing about her whatsoever. She could be the greatest player that we've ever seen in this game. So I know Rachel's not sleeping on her.
Pretty knowledgeable on movie talk. I can vouch for that.
All right, so we're going to go to Jen Serger, who is backstage with both the Golden Mike and the Urban Gladiator.
Here we go.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here with the golden mic, Emma Fyffe. Congratulations on a well-fought match.
Thank you. I feel good about what I accomplished today. I was a little annoyed with myself for not writing red and blue on that Star Wars question in the beginning because I almost wrote and blue, especially when Jay called for the repeat, but I just was like, nah, they're both red. And then I was like, no, they said colors, colors, colors. I feel like this is a trick question, but I think I redeemed myself on that three-pointer there with 900 and Yoda, so I feel pretty good.
And then skipping past Star Wars.
Yeah, so
what's the logic there? Were you a little scared?
So here's the thing. I know Star Wars quite well. I really do. I'm a big Star Wars fan. I know a lot, certainly, about the Star Wars universe. But
you're a little gun shy.
When it comes to the finer details of the actual films, sometimes I really don't know. So I spent away from it because the last time I did not, and it was all pretty specific details about things that had gone on in the films, and frankly, we have had multiple whole Star Wars matches, so naturally that elevates the levels of the questions that you get even in Inner Geekdom or outside of Inner Geekdom. Star Wars is often a category in regular Schmoedown matches, so just by virtue of the fact that you've had so many questions, Star Wars can be a little challenging. I thought really hard about it because I knew it could be worse than Star Wars for me, quite frankly, but I spun away, and ultimately I'm very glad I did.
Absolutely saved yourself from potentially some pretty deep cuts.
Sure, and got to get
and then you got Spinner's Choice.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever got Spinner's Choice. Every other time I've spun Harry Potter, it's just worked out to spin Harry Potter, and I was very, very happy to get to do that today because that is really a strong point for me. It's one of the things that I'm really passionate about, and the things that I am really passionate about, I am extremely knowledgeable about, so.
I could see you got a little frustrated in the last round, when Jade challenged your first question.
But you know what, honestly, I thought about it, and it really was a fair challenge, and I can envision the scene at the beginning of Return of the King now, and Deagle is absolutely the person who picks up the ring first, so it was completely legitimate.
It's just been so wonderful seeing the Viper Squad and the Fyffe Club going at it, trading blows, but eventually you may have to go up against one of your own teammates.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Rachel Cushing.
Both Rachel and I are playing in this sort of league that's going to lead to a tournament eventually, and if Rachel and I play each other, it's going to be fun, it's going to be great, she's totally going to kick my butt, but who knows, it'll be a really good time either way.
That's the kind of attitude to have.
Yeah, and and honestly, I'm happy that, and I mean, Jay played a great match today. There's no two ways about it. He definitely gave me a run for my money. He used his challenge very wisely, so really power to him in that regard. But I am kind of happy that Rachel won't necessarily have to deal with him yelling in her face quite as much, particularly not after she beats Markia, which I'm quite confident is going to happen because Rachel's champion, you guys. There's no two ways about it.
And how are you feeling with June 2nd coming up?
I am really, really excited for the live event on June 2nd. There's something so magical about the live Schmoedown events. I know that you were at the last one.
Oh my God, it's so much fun.
And it's so great to see all the fans out there and the energy in the room, and Rachel and Clark, I mean, they're spectacular competitors either way, but I think you're really going to see them blossom with that audience and just totally kick Team Action's butt.
Well, congratulations again, Emma, once again, and we are so excited to see what's next for the Fyffe Club.
I'm excited to see what's next for us, too. It's going to be good, whatever it is.
Oh, Jay. That was a tough loss. I could tell up there that you were really frustrated, especially in that third round when you got a little heated with Christian. What's going through your brain right now, man? Man, a few words today. That's incredible, honestly. But Jay, I mean, we have to know, how does this affect the Viper Squad going forward, with this whole rivalry you guys are building with the Fyffe Club right now? Can we get Jay, a throat lozenge?
I don't need a lozenge, okay?
But
Let me tell you what this does. It does, excuse me for a second. Step to the side. Love you. I'll talk to you in a minute. This is what this does. It pisses me off even further. Okay, she won. What they do that damn day? But Jeannine beat you. Guess what? That hurt too. And guess what? Markia is gonna crush the crusher. Stacy's on a roll. 4-1. You think I give a damn? I lost. Okay. Lord of the Rings. I knew that answer though. She didn't get it. I knew it. Now, what does that mean going forward? that means I still stay in this thing one way or another. You think I let a loss slow me down? Hell no. I focus on the other Vipers. I let them do the work, and me just sit in the back and cheer them on. Yeah, I'll be their cheerleader. Hi, Internet. You got something else to say about it? So, with that being said, I'm looking forward to continually having these Vipers destroy the I Club. I'm looking forward to getting back here and a rematch with Emma Fyffe. My way. How about just Marvel and DC? And Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter? That's it. Only those four. We do just those four. Call it a day. You can come back now if you want to conclude this interview.
Thanks, Jay.
Emma Fyffe, look, she's happy. That's a big victory for her to take out. Watch, it's her first Inner Geekdom win. So, especially after losing to Jeannine that way, but she's talking about playing on. She's, and Jen asked her what happens if she plays against Rachel, and she's like, "What do you think's gonna happen? We're gonna play. We're gonna have a good time, and whoever challenges Inman challenges Inman."
Well, we had a good time here today, and Jason Inman, I think that he started to raise an eyebrow at Jay Washington too, but I think particularly Emma Fyffe is now on his radar as a bogey. We want to hear from you guys now. Comment, let us know, what did you think of today's match? Did you like my shirt and my jokes, or you like Christian and you weren't so high on them?
That's right, and also Jay Washington talking about the fact he's clearly miffed back there. He's clearly miffed, and he wants to. Now he's talking about Marquia taking out Rachel, and so you're gonna see the Armageddon do his
He's
thing.
getting back to being the ruler of a faction versus just because when he came out he was all for himself, and now he needs his pals.
He was ready to do that. And also to you guys, thank you guys very much for being patrons. We really appreciate that. Keep on going, and look, we have so much more we want to do, and in order to do that,
him and I might go head to head.
Again, whether it is $1 a month or whatever it might be, there's tiers there for you guys to help along the cause. So much more that we have to do in this league, and without you guys, we couldn't do it. So for Mark Ellis, I'm Christian Harlow. Thanks once again, and we'll catch you next time. Hey, Mike. John? I hear you're making some moves.
Yeah, making moves.
All right. All right.
All right.
What's up, Schmoedown fans? Frank here, and it is time for your Schmoedown breakdown. Jay Washington and Emma Fyffe meeting face to face in the Inner Geekdom today. It was a battle of faction leaders, and as we make our way through the first round, it was very much a back and forth battle. We went 5 straight questions in which Jay and Emma alternately answered correctly. And at the end of the first round, it was Emma who had a slight lead up, 5-4. In the second round, Jay Washington ran into some trouble here, going 2 of 5 in DC, on top of Emma stealing on 2 of 3 opportunities. But the damage wasn't done there. On Emma's gamble to respin, she landed on Spinner's Choice and selects Harry Potter. She winds up answering 4 of 5 for 8 points and has a massive 7-point lead heading into the final round. In the final round, Jay wouldn't go without a fight. By answering his 3 and 5-point questions, he is able to force Emma to at least answer 1 correct question to earn the victory, and she does so in the category of Star Wars. She clinches the victory by a score of 18-16. Going inside the numbers on this one, Jay's rough day is underscored by answering only 8 of 19 for an accuracy of 42%. Meanwhile, Emma answered 12 of 20 for an accuracy of 6%. She also improves upon her best category of Harry Potter. Her accuracy in that category stands at 79%. If you want to find out other stats about this match and from around the league, check out SD Rundown Stats on Twitter, and don't forget to check out the Schmoedown Rundown every Saturday on YouTube and the Collider Factory podcast feed. This has been your Schmoedown Breakdown.
How's it going, guys? If you didn't know about the Patreon...
Well, 2 matches in the books. I'm a happy camper. Yeah, Jeannine, She beat Emma. I love me some Emma Fyffe, but Jeannine, she comes from the Reaction League. She's one of our own. So I'm happy that she got the victory, and that Emma Fyffe went on to defeat Jay Washington, the leader of the Viper Squad. So I'm happy about that. This was fun. Yeah, I loved it. Congrats, Jeannine. Congrats to Emma. Sorry, Jay. You'll bounce back strong next time, probably. If you like my reactions, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Christopher Woodburn. You can find me on Twitter, Chris Woodburn83. Facebook, Christopher Michael Woodburn. And if you do Schmoedown reactions, trailer reactions, come join the MTS Fan Reaction League. And tomorrow night, Schmoedown All Access, we will be live. So until next time, it's your boy C-Dub. Peace.